Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be giving you a look at the Spellbinders club kits for April. I don't get them all, but I'll show you what I do get, and we'll go through each one by one. And so starting off, I've got the APG die of the month. This is so adorable. This is super cute. So it may be a little hard to tell what's going on here, but I think what's great is that you can actually use this in a lot of different ways. So this is actually meant to be a watering can that you can actually kind of create these multiple layers and have it be sort of a 3D pop-up also. So you've got the mechanism to do that here with the slots. This piece here will cut out the slots, and it's sort of the side to give you that depth and dimension. And then these little tabs would fit into those slots. So really, really adorable. So you could really, have up to, really, you can have 5. So each of these tabs would be a glue tab to one piece of your watering can. So you've got 2 there, and then you can have 3 layers between the front and the back. So that gives you a lot of depth and dimension so that you can add things into your watering can. And this is the spout where you would pour out of, and then this is the handle to your watering can. And you can see here, this is what's one thing that's kind of cool. There's 2 separate die plates that will actually they don't cut, they just deboss a design. So kind of like if it was a metal watering can that had sort of some detailing that was sort of punched into it. So you can have a watering can that just has a really nice decorative pattern, but you can imagine using this on maybe just like a topper to your card as well, because there's a little bit of curvature to this, but not a lot. So you can deboss this pattern, flip it, deboss again, and then maybe stamp a sentiment on in between. So kind of neat to have that and play with how you can use it. And this shape itself is just kind of nice. You can imagine maybe just using it with the handle, and maybe it can just be a mug and not a watering can. So it'll be interesting to see, you could even maybe make it be like one of those big beer mugs. I wonder if that would work. I think it could be cute. It might be something to play with, but the way that it was designed is to be a watering can so that you can also put in some of these beautiful flowers. So lots of different styles of flowers that layer up. So you've got this design here, and then you have these elements as well, the leaves and another flower or set of flowers. This would go onto the end of your watering can, so it's kind of the little holes where the water comes out. So there just wasn't enough room to put it on that side, but that goes with the watering can. And then these this die here, I'm guessing is going to be kind of the stems to your flowers so that you can adhere it to the inside panels if you're doing a really dimensional piece, and have your flowers coming up out of your watering can. Super adorable. And of course, these are elements that are so beautiful and general purpose that you can use them on their own outside of the context of the watering can too. Next, this one I think is going to be super fun to play with. I love cameras, I love photography, I love mini albums, and it's this is sort of like an old school camera that had those ginormous big flashes that were mounted to the top. And so this piece here is the camera body. And you've got kind of little buttons and things like that that you would add, little kind of indicator lights, flashes, things like that, some decorative trim and decorative pieces like this. You've got the flash, the big flash here, and there's even sort of a die plate that cuts out the little kind of the specular highlight of the different flash elements. So really, really awesome. But, you know, if you look at this, there are some really nice general purpose dies as well. So we've got 2 circles here that are kind of larger. I can measure that if you are curious. So that is, the larger of the 2 is 3 inches. The smaller of these 2 is 2 3/4. So you've got 2 circle dies there. You've got, let me pull this out a little. So this is a ring. So it cuts out that outside edge and inside edge. So you've got that. There's another ring die here and another circle die here. So, so you've got those as well. It's always really nice to have these general basic shapes because you just never know when you need a particular size. So it's really nice to have it. Then we get word dies that cut into your paper, but they do also have an outline die that you can die cut them out completely if you wanted. So they can work on their own, or there is a spot here built into the camera design that allows you to kind of put those sentiment plates in. So here we have the word hello, we've got thanks, and we have smile. And imagine if you have in your stash any sort of like Polaroid die, you could die cut, you know, these words into that bottom portion, you know, with your Polaroid. There's sort of that bottom area that's white. You could use these dies to die cut a word into that bottom portion as if it was sort of like a caption for that photo. So I love dies like that cut into your card, and you get to use both the positive and the negative from that. So it cuts into your paper so that you can read that word, but you can also keep the pieces that fall out and, you know, inlay that into, you know, a second die cut if you want. So, you know, you can kind of use it to give different looks if you want by saving those pieces and inlaying them into a second die cut. So really fun set there. And then of course we get flowers and foliage to go along with our camera. And I think this is I'm gonna have to die cut that out to know for sure, but I think this is meant to be maybe a bow, like a ribbon. But I'll have to die cut that to know for certain. But it does look like some of these floral elements are kind of layered elements, because you can kind of see they're the same shape, but one has, you know, more details cut out of it than the other. And that's the same with that one there. And then you have lots of different leaves and foliage of different types. So you've got some single leaves that are really small, and then this sort of sprig also. So really, really awesome. Then we have the small die of the month, and this one's super cute. So we basically have just a stack or a collection of gifts and little gift boxes, and so really, really nice size. And let's see, this is Wow, this will take up an entire USA 2. The height of it is 5.5, and I guess that's the length, and then the height of it is about 2 1/8. And what's cool about this is that it's a split rim, so that means that the outside cutting edge comes in 2 halves. So you could, if you wanted, create a nice shaped border, but you can put that border wherever you want. So it can be at the bottom, so you would use this die to cut off the paper on this edge, but leave this attached to your card. So imagine doing a landscape card where the fold of your card is up here. You can give your card a really nice shaped border at the bottom. You could orient it this way and use it as a side border as well. Or if you just want the element on its own, you can combine all 3 dies and have a completely die cut out element. And you can combine just the 2 outer dies so that you have like a background sort of fill layer, so that the back of all of these presents can have like a different colored cardstock behind there, and there would still be like a nice little border all the way around the edge as well. So that's really a nice piece on its own. And then we get some word dice. So this says a gift for you, and then we have some different words here. So we've got it's it's your day, and I think that's the word happy. So you could combine these in different ways. So you could say a happy day, it's your day. I guess maybe are those the only combinations that work? Maybe you can come up with more phrases, but the presents are kind of their own die here. But then we've got these different little ribbons, and I like that they've given us so many different ones, because each of these die plates there's actually 2 ribbons, so you kind of have some kind of variability. And as well, when you run it through to die cut, you're gonna get 2 each time you pass this die through. And considering there's so many gift boxes, it's kind of nice that they've made it a little bit more efficient for us to get all of the ribbons that we need. And we have them in different sizes per se, because this has 2 loops of the ribbon, this has 3 loops, and then this has like 4. So you could imagine maybe using the 2 loop ribbons at the top of maybe the smaller gift boxes, and then the 4 loop ribbons for the tops of the larger boxes. Or you could choose not to use them at all, so totally up to you. But it's kind of nice that they've given us that as different dies and different options. So I love when they build in versatility and different variations, so that you can really kind of customize it and have it look kind of different. And here is the clear stamp and die of the month, and you can kind of get a sense for how these will look, because as you can see here, they sort of match in terms of the style and the look or appearance of them. So these are round gift boxes, which you don't really often see, or at least I don't. Usually I see gift boxes in square shape. But so it's kind of nice to have something that looks a little bit different, and you can maybe get a better idea for the little bows ribbon at the top. So here's that 2 loop, here's the 3 loop, and here's the 4 loop. So if you're not a huge fan of die cutting, maybe having the stamp version might be something that you prefer. And you could stamp this multiple times to kind of get it to be, you know, as long as you want. And so you can always kind of extend it if you want. And then there are some really nice sentiments to go along with it, and I like the font of and size of the happy birthday. It's kind of a nice skinny font, and you get some different occasions too, so it's not all about birthdays. So there is just a gift to say thank you from all of us. Enjoy your special day. Collecting happy moments. That's a nice one. This one's pretty cool. May your day be filled with enough smiles to last the whole year. Oh, that's amazing. That would be a nice kind of verse that you could maybe put on the inside too. So, and I don't know if I read this one, but enjoy your special day. So then we get the dies to coordinate. So you can either, you have the option of getting just the clear stamps by themselves, or you can get the clear stamp and coordinating dies. And so here we've got dies that will cut out all of what you see here pretty much, which is amazing because it's not just the dies that will cut out the images, which you definitely have. Those are down here. But you also have the dies that will cut out the sentiments too. So I don't think we have all of them, but let's find out. So this is happy birthday. Right there. That one I think is just a gift. And then there's two longish ones. So you're gonna get the dies that cut out the larger font sentiment. So happy birthday, just a gift to say thank you, and from all of us, have coordinating dies. So really fantastic. And as I said, this one that's a little bit longer, may your day be filled with enough smiles to last the whole year. Like I mentioned before, that could be a nice verse to stamp on the inside, so you wouldn't really, you know, use a die to cut that out. But I just think in general, I don't always see that we get dies to cut out the sentiments with coordinating die sets, so kind of a bonus to get that, I feel. So I always really like when they include that, because it's just another look, it's just another option for adding your sentiment to your card. It doesn't always have to be like a banner or a badge or, you know, stamped just directly into your scene. It's kind of nice to have it kind of cut out really close and have that nice little border around it. So these are the 4 club kits that I got this month, and so I'll be crafting with this, and we'll have different tutorial videos up for different projects and cards that I make. So when I do craft with these, I'll leave a link to those videos in the description box below. I'll link to the video at the end of this one, and if I have more than one video, I'll try to also link it up throughout this video in the cards in the upper right hand corner as well. Thank you so much. I hope that you enjoyed this look at some of the Spellbinders April 2022 club kits. Until next time, happy crafting and have a fantastic day. Bye.